Hello, African sports fanatics. Welcome to another episode of the Safari Soccer Show. I'm your host, Yvonne. It's been long. I took quite a long break, but hopefully now we are back with the shows. And today, my guest is Zimbabwe, playing in Zambia. Maybe if you just introduce yourself to the viewers, and if you don't mind, you take us through your football journey from where you started your football career till now, where you are.
Okay. Hello, viewers. My name is Gilroy Chimwemwe. I'm a Zimbabwean. Yeah, I was born in Zimbabwe, in Harare. That's where I was staying. I started playing football when I was 7 years old, playing for another academy. My father is the one who inspired me because he was a footballer. Also, he once played with Benjamin Waruaru, Harrington Sharon, and the other guys at Air Zimbabwe. So he's the one who was pushing us. Because even my young brother also is also a footballer. He's playing in Zimbabwe for another team in the Premier League. We once played together with my young brother in another team in Division 1. Then we played together in the Premier League for a team called the Harare City Football Club before I left Zimbabwe, joining Buildcon. Yeah. Then from Buildcon, that's when I joined Nkana.
Okay, so how many years have you played in Zambia?
If I reach December now, it will be 3 years.
Okay, great. Now, I know you are not the coach and you're just a player, but then there are some conversations that you cannot dodge. As players, the performance at Nkana right now, this is not what fans expect from the club, owing to the fact that how big Nkana is right now. Maybe if you can just tell us what is the major issue at Nkana right now?
I think the major issue is only that results are not coming, but I think we are doing everything. We are creating chances. We are doing everything. It's only that we are in a bad phase. It's only that results are not coming.
Results haven't come from Nkana for quite some time now, because last year I hosted Nkana former coach Kelvin, and then in the middle of our interview, he got fired. So
can you hold for some seconds? Only 2 seconds.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was talking about last year. I also had an interview with Nkana former coach Kelvin, and just when we finished our interview, he got fired. But then we didn't discuss closer what was ailing Nkana well by that time. So Nkana fans might be wondering, since last year, Nkana is still ailing up to now. Do you think you guys are giving it your all? It's just the results that are not coming.
Yeah, we are doing everything. We are doing everything. It's only that results are not coming. Like that time when you spoke with Coach Kaindu.
Yeah.
You see, we're having pressure. You're playing Confederations Cup. Then from you just come, you play the league. Just imagine this traveling. You know, it's how hectic it is. You're going to Egypt, or you go to Morocco. Then from there you come, you play league. Maybe the squad which played there in Morocco is the one which is coming to play the league. Fatigue was also playing a part at that time. But I think we are doing everything. You know, every team will have their own phases. In football, there's a time where you'll be winning. Sometimes those doesn't go on your way. I think we are doing everything.
And then let's talk about your other weekend game, not the yesterday's game, the other weekend that you were supposed to do this interview. And then there was a kind of commotion during your game. The game that you awarded the man of the match, maybe because this has been happening a lot. there was a part of people that were saying it was the referee's fault, and then the other part was blaming your opponent. So maybe just a clear picture of what happened when you guys were in the pitch.
You see what happened? We were leading 1-0.
Yeah.
Then the supporters of the team which we were playing with, they started throwing things in the pitch. The match was stopped. Then referees, there were some decisions which he was making, which we think he should have done better. But you know how it is. The way which I see things is the different way which the referees see things. So then we were supposed to play 4 minutes. Then we end up playing like 97 minutes. So that's where the issue was with other people saying that. But we were supposed to play 4 minutes. The match was supposed to be 94, but it ended on 97. Of which there was a red card which he gave to one of my teammates. But there was a first half, there was a card which we thought he was supposed to give a red card because the other guy handled the ball outside the box. Wesley was the last man. So if you are the last man, you should get a red card.
So
but
talking, sorry?
But he was not even given a card.
So let's say, talking about all this, the referee, a time when red card is supposed to be given, yellow card, or poor officiating, that's it. So what do you think Africa is still lagging behind in terms of football because of the poor officiating?
Yeah, I think in Africa we should improve our officiating because we are even killing our game.
Yeah, it does.
With some of the decisions where referees are making, they are making people end up losing their tempers, doing silly things in the pitch because of the decisions.
Great. So 3 years in Zambia right now. Maybe if you can just give us some of the achievements you've had since you started playing in Zambia.
Since I started playing in Zambia, the time which I came in Zambia, the team which I joined, it was Buitcon. I think you know it.
Yeah.
Buitcon, they were having challenges. We were fighting relegation the time which I joined them. So we helped the team to survive relegation. Then that's the time which I also left Buitcon, joining Nkana. Nkana was also fighting relegation that time. We fought until we survived relegation. Then last season we finished in top 4. Now we are in another season. So the cup which we played last season, we lost in the semi-finals. Of which with Nkana I've managed to play a Confederations Cup, CAF. We lost in the group stages. That's when we went out. So in Zambia, I've not yet won anything. It's only men of the matches which I've.
That's an achievement by there, because there are a lot of people who play at least a whole season without getting a man of the match award.
Yeah, but in Zambia, I think I've won four men of the matches.
Yeah, that's good.
The other one was a derby against the Power Dynamos.
Yeah.
We won 2-1 first leg. I even assisted the first goal, then I scored the second goal.
Talking about the Nkana derby, tell me something about the derby, because it's always heated. It's not a usual derby. It's one of the biggest derbies in Africa.
Yeah, if you can manage the pressure which is having that game, you can play anyway, because I don't want to lie to you. The first time which I played these derbies, that was the time for COVID. There were no fans.
Yeah.
At first. But you can feel the pressure that here this game there's pressure.
Yeah.
Then now last season, now the fans were allowed. 11 hours the pitch was full, whilst the game was supposed to start at 15 hours. When you are coming for warm-up, you see the pitch, it's yellow and red. The fans, they are there. So that makes it also have this atmosphere and the pressure which is there. It's not easy. If you can manage to play that level, it means you can play anywhere.
Great. Now, also, let's try to compare the Zambian league and the Zimbabwean league. Are there any big difference between the two leagues? Because you've played in Zambia, you've played in your home country as well. What's the difference between the leagues?
I think there's nothing different about these leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Different is only here the other teams, they have their own pitches. But some of the things, they are just the same.
Okay, so you mean maybe if you can just tell us, because how is football in Zimbabwe? Maybe just for those who don't understand.
Zimbabwean league is it's competitive.
Yeah.
There are other small teams where you think that they will lose to this one, but they will win. And Zim football, sometimes it's you can enjoy watching it because there are a lot of passing games, passing teams in Zimbabwe. There are big teams also in Zimbabwe. There are derbies also.
Yeah.
You can hear that there is a Harare derby, there is Bulawayo derby, there is Shavane derby, there is a Platinum derbies. The teams for mines like there's Ngezi Platinum and FC Platinum. That one it's a derby. If you play Dynamos and Capes United, that's one it's a derby. If you play Islanders, Capes or Dynamos, those are derbies. So you also feel the same atmosphere like you feel here in Zambia.
You've played quite so much football games. So maybe just to know, I'm just curious to know, out of all these games, there's this one game that maybe it was a tough one or a good one that you've had. Which one is your the most game you enjoyed while playing, or maybe the worst match you've ever had?
In club level or national team level?
In club level.
The toughest match which I have played, it was a derby. Because derby, I don't know where other players they'll get this kind of motivation of playing, because they will know that this one is a derby.
Yeah.
So it's always tough. And playing with those so-called small teams, it's not easy. Because those people, they have a point which they want to prove. It's different like playing with Power Dynamos, or playing with Red Arrows, or playing with Zanak or Zesco. Because these so-called small teams, they have a point which they want to prove. So those games, they are not easy.
Also, they are not easy. Talking about games and football in Africa as a whole, there have been quite a lot of rumors that there is always juju in football. Let's use an example of the Nkana way of entering the field, because most people see it as juju. What do you think about this?
No, people, in life, people, they always think bad things about other people, or think good things about other people. It's there in life. You can't run away from that. That one is a fact.
Yeah.
But for Nkana doing this, it's called favor. You're asking favor from it's a favor which you're asking from God.
Okay.
So it's not a juju, of which Nkana, it's a Christian team. We pray. Like even like if you are playing tomorrow, we will know like today we have prayers around 6 up to 7:30. Then after there we will go for dinner, we will sleep. Then tomorrow we have prayers before team talk. So people, they always have their thinking and they have their belief that these people, they do this. But if they are into those things, like they are there at Nkana, that's when they will see that these people, they don't use anything.
Okay, so let's talk on Nkana as a team right now. What's your team's aim by the end of the season?
The team's aim is to win the league. Is to win the league and win some of the cups.
Okay. Let's talk about your national team football. Give us a hint of, I think you've played AFCON with the national team. You've played the World Cup qualify with the national team. Just give us a little bit of hint when you started playing for the national team.
There was a time which it was a FIFA break.
Mm-hmm.
We played against Malawi.
Mm-hmm.
It was a friendly in Malawi.
Mm-hmm.
I think we played in Blantyre. That match it ended as a draw. That's when we were having a new coach called Ivan. What is his name? There was this white coach from Serbia or Croatia.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we played. Then the next match it was supposed to be Algeria.
Mm-hmm.
I was not called against Algeria AFCON qualifiers. The other guys they played.
Mm-hmm.
Then he announced the team which was supposed to play against the Botswana away and Zambia home.
Mm-hmm.
There were these British guys who plays in Europe. So the guys they failed to come because of COVID. So now they were looking for the people who have experience who are playing week in week out.
Okay.
So us now with that time we were playing CAF. Then in our group there was Pyramids, Raja Casablanca, Namungo, and us.
Mm-hmm.
Of which at that time I was a regular in Nkana. So now they were looking for a right back because the guy who was supposed to come was Tendai Darikwa, who plays for. He was playing for Wigan that time.
Mm-hmm.
So they say those people they are not traveling because of COVID restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I was called, of which we were going to play against Botswana, AFCON qualifiers in Botswana.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I traveled. Then I just used that opportunity. I grabbed my opportunity very well. I played well against Botswana. Then we won that match 1-0. Then in Zambia, they lost against Algeria 1-0 here. That's when we qualified for AFCON. So against Zambia now, it was just a dead rubber. Then we played with the Zambia in Zimbabwe. We lost 2-0. Then that's when I was now a regular. I started playing. I even played World Cup qualifiers. I think I only missed two games against Ghana away and home. And home I was sitting on the bench. Then the other games I played. That's when I became a regular. Even AFCON, I was playing. The first game we played against Senegal. You know, you'll be having this feel like you used to watch Sadio Mane on TV. The way we those people. Then now we are facing him. Then we're facing this Keita Balde. When you are playing FIFA, we used to use them knowing that Keita Balde can make you win the game. Now we are facing him in real life. So it was, first 20 minutes, it was not easy because you'll be jittery.
Yeah.
But after 20 minutes, that's when we noticed that these guys, we are even meeting them. We can get something from this. Then that's when we started pushing. Around, is it 88 or 85 minutes, they were given a penalty. We lost through penalty against the Senegal 1-0. Then the next game we played against Malawi. Now we were under pressure because everyone was expecting us to win because of the performance which we put against Senegal.
Yeah.
So everyone was saying Zimbabwe, they are going to win. So now we were beaten by 2-1. We scored first against Malawi. Then I think it's Gabadino Mango. He scored a brace. We lost 2-1. Then last game we were playing against Guinea. We won that match. Is it 2-1? Yeah, I think we won 2-1.
Great. So playing for your national team is it brings some feeling, you are representing the country. When you finally sealed your place at the national team, what was the feeling like? You finally got the opportunity to represent your country.
I was very happy. I don't want to lie to you, but there's a time which I was even called for the national team when I was, there's a Southern Region Cup called COSAFA Cup.
Yeah, COSAFA, yeah.
Yeah, I was part of the team which won it 2018. The final we played against Zambia. Zambia, they were leading 2-1.
Yeah.
Then they were from hitting the upright. Then we just get the ball. It was a counter attack. Then Kamabila sent the ball to Chinoga Devere, who used to play for Lyon, now is on loan to Rio Mallorca in Spain. Then he scored. It ended 2-2. Then we went in extra time. Then Kamabila scored a penalty. Then he scored again. We won that match 4-2. So we won that that cup.
Mhm.
I was happy. Just imagine 2018 being called playing with the likes of Kamabila. At that time, Kamabila was still playing at Mamelodi Sundowns, playing with these guys. There were other big guys who were there. Whilstly, us, we were like, I think we were 6 or 7 local players at that time. Then we won the COSAFA. So playing for my country, it's not easy because there are a lot of good players
Yeah.
who can also play there. So if you get that opportunity, you need to use it wisely. Because if you just lose it, it's done.
Mhm. You have to seal your place at the national team, sure. So just maybe if you can just give us, before we finish our interview, maybe just your plans for the future, playing football, any charity events that you have, or maybe the foundations that most footballers always set up foundations and do the charity work, giving back to the society. Do you have any, or maybe you're still not there yet?
I'm not yet there, but I'm still planning to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still planning to do that.
Mhm. So maybe as we end our show, just your last words to your fans, because I know most Zambian people watch the show, so I know they'll watch it.
I would just say to them, thank you for supporting us or supporting me.
Mhm.
We'll keep on pushing, and we'll keep on taking the advices to people, because in this work which we are, sometimes you should be humble.
Yeah,
You should put pride in front, because pride can also kill you. You should learn to respect other people like the way which you do, even if he's bigger than you or he's a small boy. You should
yeah.
just learn to, so that things will move in the right direction.
Mhm.
And we'll keep on praying to God. God will make a way.
Great, great. Thank you so much. I haven't done interviews for quite some time, and thank you for being my first guest after being away for quite a long break, around 6 months. Thank you so much. Thank you
Uh,
for understanding, because this interview, we were to do it last week, we didn't do it. I appreciate so much.
you're welcome.
Yeah, yeah. And to our viewers, please don't forget to subscribe, turn your post notification on, so that anytime I upload a new video, you can get the notification. Also, like, share, and comment. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your football career.
Thank you so much.